My dad told me he couldn't help with my college tuition. In the same breath, he announced his wife was pregnant. Again, their fifth child together. While I'm drowning in student loans, while my younger siblings rely on my mom for everything, while he and his wife chase their dream of flipping houses. I asked him point blank, "So you can afford another baby, but not my education?" His answer destroyed our relationship. This is that story. My name is Emma. I'm 19 years old. My parents divorced when I was 6. My younger brother Tyler was 4, and my baby sister Lily was 2. The divorce was messy, but they tried to co-parent. My dad remarried when I was 10. Her name is Jennifer. She had 1 kid from a previous marriage, a son named Caleb, who was 8 at the time. Within a year, Jennifer was pregnant. They had their first baby together when I was 11, then another when I was 13, and 1 more when I was 15, and 1 more when I was 17. 4 kids in 6 years. My dad and Jennifer were obsessed with building their perfect family. Meanwhile, me, Tyler, and Lily were the old family, the leftovers from Dad's first marriage. My mom remarried when I was 12. My stepdad Mark is amazing. He treats us like his own kids. They both work normal jobs. Mom's a nurse, Mark's an electrician. They make decent money, but they're not rich. They've been the ones providing for us. School supplies, clothes, field trip money, sports equipment, birthday parties. My dad? He'd show up for holidays and act like father of the year, but actual financial support? 0. When I was 16, my mom took him back to court for child support. The judge ordered him to pay $800 a month for all 3 of us. He complained about it constantly. "Your mother is bleeding me dry. I have other kids to think about." Meanwhile, Jennifer drove a brand new Suburban. They lived in a nice 5-bedroom house. They took vacations to Disney World. But $800 a month for his first 3 kids? That was too much. 2 years ago, when I was 17, my dad and Jennifer made a big announcement. They were quitting their jobs to flip houses full-time. We're going to be our own bosses. Dad had been a sales manager, making about $75K. Jennifer was an office manager, making $50K. They were giving it all up to gamble on house flipping. The kids will thank us when we're millionaires. They didn't have houses lined up. They bought 1 property. The renovations cost $75,000. They sold it for $260,000. After costs, they made about $5,000 profit for 9 months of work. Meanwhile, they were living off savings and Jennifer's parents' help. The child support payments, constantly late, sometimes skipped entirely. My mom had to take Dad back to court again. I'm smart, really smart. I graduated high school with a 4.2 GPA, got into a great state university. I got some scholarships, Pell Grant, financial aid, but I still needed about $8,000 per year for tuition, books, and expenses. My mom and Mark said they'd help however they could, but they were already supporting Tyler and Lily. I assumed my dad would help. Last summer, I asked him. We met for lunch. I showed him the numbers. I need about $8,000 a year. I was hoping you could help. He looked uncomfortable. Emma, honey, money is really tight right now. Jennifer and I have 6 kids. The expenses are insane. Dad, I'm asking for help with my education. I just can't right now. I left that lunch feeling hollow. My own father wouldn't help. Last week, I came home for spring break. Dad invited us over for dinner. Jennifer made a big meal. The house was decorated. We have exciting news. I already knew. I could see it on Jennifer's face. We're pregnant. Tyler and Lily congratulated them. I just sat there. Emma, aren't you happy for us? I took a deep breath. Dad, can I talk to you outside? We went to the backyard. You're having another baby. Yes, isn't it wonderful? Dad, you told me 8 months ago you couldn't help with my college because money was tight. You told me you have 6 kids and can't afford to help me. Now you're having a 7th? This is different. How is it different? How can you afford another baby, but not my education? We weren't not trying to have a baby, so you were trying. We stood there in the yard, staring at each other. Emma, you need to understand. Jennifer and I are building a family. You had a family. Me, Tyler, and Lily. We're your family too. Of course you are. Then why does it feel like we're second class? Why does Jennifer's family get everything while we get scraps? I understand perfectly. You replaced us. We're the old family, the mistake, the burden, and Jennifer's kids are the real family. Emma, stop. I'm done, Dad. Don't call me. Don't pretend to care. I grabbed my stuff and left. The texts started immediately. My dad was relentless. Emma, please, we need to talk about this. You're overreacting. Don't throw away our relationship over money. I didn't respond. Then Jennifer started texting. Your father is devastated. How could you say those things? We're trying to build a life. You're being incredibly selfish. I blocked her. My siblings had different reactions. Tyler called me that night. Emma, what happened? Dad's freaking out. I explained everything to him. Wait, so he won't help with college, but he's having another kid? Yep. Wow. I didn't know he refused to help you. Tyler was quiet for a moment. He's never helped me with anything either. Mom and Mark pay for everything. My phone, my car insurance, my school stuff, all of it. Same with me, I told him. Lily was more conflicted. Emma, I get why you're mad, but he's still our dad. Maybe we should give him a chance. Lily, I gave him 19 years of chances. I told her everything, every missed payment, every broken promise, every time Mom had to take him to court. She started crying. I didn't know it was that bad. My mom didn't say, I told you so. She just hugged me and said, I'm sorry, baby. You were right about him, I whispered. I wish I wasn't, she replied. Mark chimed in. For what it's worth, we're proud of you for standing up for yourself. I just feel stupid, like I actually thought he cared. He does care, Mom said. He's just limited. He can only think about what's right in front of him, Jennifer and her kids. He's weak, Emma. He takes the path of least resistance. My dad's side of the family started reaching out. My grandma called. Emma, sweetheart, I heard you and your father had a fight. He's very hurt. Did he tell you he refused to help with my college? He mentioned money was tight. He's having another baby, Grandma, his 7th kid, while refusing to help me. My aunt reached out too. Your dad is going through a lot right now. The house flipping isn't working out. Family is family. You'll regret cutting him off. Will I? Or will I regret wasting more years on someone who doesn't prioritize me? So is having 5 kids with your new wife while your first 3 struggle. Then Jennifer's mom called me. Emma, I need you to know something. Your father and Jennifer have been borrowing money from us. A lot of money. Over $60,000. $60,000? Yes, for living expenses. I told them if they can't afford their existing children, they shouldn't be having more. I don't blame you for being angry. I would be too. For what it's worth, I think you're incredibly mature and strong. Your father is a fool. That night, I couldn't sleep. I sat down and did the actual math on my dad's finances. Income before they quit, $125,000 a year. Mortgage, child support, 6 kids, cars, insurance. Total expenses, roughly $106,000. They had $19,000 left over every year. They could have easily afforded to help me. I did more digging. I looked up their LLC. It's public record. They've bought and sold 2 houses in 2 years. House 1, $5,000 profit. House 2, still ongoing. They've made $5,000 in 2 years. Meanwhile, they lost $125,000 in annual income. They're $245,000 behind where they'd be if they'd kept their jobs. And they're having another baby. It went to family expenses. Whose family? Because it sure as hell wasn't mine. You stole from me to pay for your new life. I'm $30,000 in debt, and you stole the fund that would have prevented this. Here's where it gets worse. I called my grandma. Grandma, did Dad have a college fund for me? Silence. Honey, I don't think I should. Please, I need to know. When you were born, your grandfather and I started a 529 college savings plan for you. We contributed $200 a month. Your dad was supposed to contribute too. Grandma, I never saw a college fund. There was no money. Your grandfather and I had put in nearly $25,000. It should have been worth $40,000 by now. My blood went cold. Where did it go? I don't know, sweetheart. He says it went to family expenses. I hung up and cried. My dad didn't just refuse to help. He stole my college fund. Gone. Probably spent on Jennifer's kids. I called my dad. He answered on the first ring. Emma, thank God. Where's my college fund? The one Grandma and Grandpa contributed to for 10 years. Where is it? I was going to pay it back. With what? You're unemployed, having another baby. Don't talk to me like... Click. He hung up on me. Good. I had nothing left to say to him anyway. When I told my mom, she went silent. Then she called her lawyer. Morally reprehensible, but not technically illegal since the accounts were in his name. But a judge wouldn't look kindly on it. Dad sent one final text. "I hope you're happy. You've destroyed our family." I replied, "Your children are already suffering. Lose my number." I blocked him. I'm building my own life now, and I've never been happier. I talked to Tyler and Lily. I found out Dad stole my college fund. Tyler was shocked. Lily started crying. Then Tyler called Grandma. Turns out he stole their funds too. $95,000 total. Gone. The judge was furious. You stole $100,000 from your children's education while claiming you couldn't afford child support? That's theft. He increased the support to $2,000 a month. Dad and Jennifer left in tears. Last week was my 20th birthday. My dad didn't call. I wasn't surprised. Mom and Mark threw me a party. We ate cake and laughed. No one mentioned him. It was perfect. People ask me if I regret cutting my dad off. No, not even a little. Here's what I learned. 1. Some parents see children as accessories. My dad didn't want kids. He wanted a family aesthetic. 2. You can't fix someone who won't admit they're broken. Dad still doesn't think he did anything wrong. He believes it was okay to steal our funds and quit his job. You can't reason with that. 3. Sometimes the family you choose is better than the family you're born into. Mark isn't my biological father, but he's been more of a dad than mine ever was. He showed up when it mattered. 4. Cutting toxic people off is self-care, not selfishness. I spent years making excuses for him, but he was choosing Jennifer and his new life over us every single time. I'm allowed to choose myself. Lily asked if I was sad he didn't call. I told her no. I stopped waiting for him a long time ago. I don't forgive him, but I'm not angry anymore. He's just a stranger who shares my DNA. 5. You don't owe your parents a relationship just because they're your parents. Society says blood is everything, but fatherhood is about showing up and sacrificing. He did neither, so I owe him nothing. My dad abandoned me, but I didn't need him. I had Mom, Mark, Tyler, and Lily, people who actually gave a damn. That's family, not the guy who stole my future to fund his new one. If you've ever been the old family or watched a parent prioritize a new life over you, this is for you. You're not overreacting, your feelings are valid, and you deserve better. Subscribe for more stories about choosing yourself. Hit that like button if you think Emma did the right thing. Comment below, would you have given him another chance? See you in the next one.